Hello everyone. I hope all of you are doing well regarding your studies and regarding other activities in your life. I hope the CET preparation is going well, and I'm here to help you out by giving some tips and tricks of the how to prepare for the CET exam. Because I some few days back I had actually created a video for my NEET aspirants, and hence I thought that yes, it will be a good idea that if I make a video on like CET preparation. And many of you had requested me on Instagram as well regarding this CET preparation. So here I am with the video. So without further ado, let us check what do we have uh, in this video. As you can see the contents here, the first thing which we are going to discuss is mindset, because I always say that mindset is important when we are up to something, when we want to do something in life. We need to have a clarity, we need to have a mindset for that, and we are going to talk about this particular thing, mindset, in this concept. And second thing which we are going to discuss in brief, we are going to discuss about the scheme and pattern of MHT-CET 2022. Then next thing which we are going to see is about the resources which we have to use, which books and what are the tests and what all things we can use in order to reach our goal. And last but not the second last thing which we are going to see is methodology and studying technique. I will give you some tips and tricks regarding CET preparation in this. And the last thing is time management, because it is very important to manage your time effectively. And I hope that every other thing will be covered in these tips only. And hence I have kept this video short and sweet so that you are not overwhelmed with much of knowledge. Yes, yeah. So let us see what we have further. Okay, now so when we talk about mindset, uh, why mindset is important is because you need to be very clear on your terms and conditions, that why you want to go in a certain field. So what you have to do is you need to ask yourself why you want to appear for MHT-CET. What is your goal for in your life regarding MHT-CET? Why you are giving MHT-CET? So in reply to this, you will say that we want to go in engineering, we want to go in pharmacy. Okay, that is okay. But the next follow-up question is, why do you really want to go in pharmacy? Do you really want to become an engineer? Or is it because your friends are doing it, your friends are going in engineering, your friends are doing pharmacy, that is why you want to go in this particular field? Or because your parents have forced you? What is the reason? Or because it is you who want to go in engineering or pharmacy or agriculture, whatever it is. So you need to have this particular thing very clear in your mind, that why you want to appear for the exam. Like, if what will happen if you are not qualifying this exam? Do you have option be ready? So you need to have these things in your mind. Next thing is you have to have a clarity for yourself, so that you will work hard for it. Now, why clarity is important? See, now I'm making a YouTube video for you all. I'm very clear that yes, I want to help you people. Okay, I am having this particular goal in my mind, that yes, I want to mentor youngsters, I want to guide and be a coach for them. This thing is there in my mind, and hence I'm working for it. If you are not having clarity in your mind regarding this exam, you will not work hard for it, you will not feel passionate about it, you will lose interest gradually in that particular thing. And that's why I'm telling, please be clear in your mind. Next important part is create an awareness for yourself regarding the career opportunity. Like, for example, if you have selected PCM, okay, if you qualify PCM CET, okay, so is it that only engineering is the field which you want to go into, or do you have any option for food technology also? Because in that also you have to like give PCM. Okay, and if you qualify, second option is like, if you qualify PCB, is it only pharmacy which you want to go into, or you have any option for biotech as well? Okay, because biotechnology is also a great field, and it is the upcoming field which is having a good scope further. And if these two options are not there, what if you do not qualify CET? What if your score is less? Are you willing to give a second chance to yourself to take a gap and give the exam again? Or do you have any career opportunity in your mind that if, for example, I do not qualify this exam, I will go and uh, take up this particular field? What is there in your mind? What is your goal? Okay. The next point is, if you really aspire to qualify MHT-CET, then develop a positive mindset and a strategy for its preparation too. Like, why I'm telling to develop a strategy, because this particular strategy will help you to be motivated, and it will be and it will help you to be productive. Okay, because unless and until we have a particular plan in our mind, that yes, is this is the plan through which I have to proceed towards my goal. Okay, you cannot move, you cannot do that particular hard work which is required, and hence you have to develop a positive mindset and form a strategy. Last thing is, repeat positive affirmations saying I can do it. Now, why positive affirmations are important? When you go on repeating to your mind that yes, I can do this, okay, I'm capable of doing this, your mind actually takes it, brings it into reality, and you start believing in yourself. And when you start believing in yourself, consequently you are very close, and you actually reach your goals and reach your destination. And as positive affirmations are important. I hope these points will be helpful to develop a positive and healthy mindset, as well as it will help you to bring that clarity in your mind that do you really want to qualify this exam or not. The next thing which we have is scheme and pattern. Now both the tables which you can see on the screen are taken from the official website of CET. Okay, now in the first table you will see the marking scheme, that what all marks will be there from 11th standard syllabus and from 12th standard syllabus. Okay, you can check this on the internet also, same thing is there. As such, I had actually put this on my stories also, Instagram stories, that it is very easy to qualify CET exam. And many of the students had actually asked me that how it is easy to qualify and why it is easy to qualify. It is easy to qualify because of two important reasons. The first reason is you are not having any negative marking for wrong answers. Okay, you are open to tick all the answers. Okay, second thing is, uh, the syllabus which is there for CET is actually the Maharashtra State Board syllabus. Nothing is going to be asked outside the Maharashtra HSC Board syllabus. No. So you have to study from those books only. Only the thing is that the questions will be in an elaborated format, or the application type of questions will be asked. So you have to be ready for that. Okay. As such, there is no rocket science which is required to qualify CET exam. If you give your 100%, you can get through it very easily. Trust me. Now the second table comprises of the chapters which are there in 11th standard. Directly MCQs will be asked from these chapters. Now if you ask me personally, I will tell you that all the chapters are important from 11th standard. The reason is your 11th is the basics of your 12th, and 12th is the advanced part. Okay, so in order to understand the advanced part, you need to first understand the basics of that particular concept or that particular chapter. So hence all the chapters are important. But why you have to put a focus on these chapters? The reason is direct MCQs will be asked from these chapters. So don't be in that particular notion that apart from these chapters you don't have to study 11th standard. That will be a wrong idea in your mind. All the chapters are important. Focus you have to put on these chapters, because the reason is MCQs will be asked directly from these chapters. That's it. Next, what do we have is resources. Yeah. So when I talk about resources, we are going to see what books you have to use, and test and other crash courses. The first thing which we have here is use HSC board textbooks to clear all the concepts, both 11th and 12th. Just now I said that how the 11th and 12th standard syllabus is framed, basic and advanced type. So you have to attentively study 11th standard as well as 12th standard. Without studying these concepts, you cannot move further. Okay, Next is use target publication books for solving MCQs. Target publication books you can use. You can also use Arihant publication books where MCQs are there. Actually, target publication has two sets. One set is only 12 standard syllabus and the other set is 11 plus 12th. So buy that particular set which is having 11th and 12th both, so that you will be getting a practice of 11th standard and 12th standard both. You can solve MCQs, you can study the theoretical part, some summarization of the entire chapter is also there in that particular target book, and then the MCQs are there. So you can study the summary and then you can go ahead and solve the MCQs. Next is you can use free mock test and paid mock test in order to get a practice of solving questions. Now, why mock tests are important to solve and why I'm telling you to actually buy the mock test. I am not promoting any educational portal here. I'm not having any tie-up with any organization. No, I am just telling you, you can pick up any education portal, any organization which is actually selling these mock tests, and you can solve those mock tests. The reason is, mock test will give you a knack of how questions are coming in the CET exam and whether you as a student are able to solve it or not. Okay, in one sitting solve physics and chemistry, and in the same sitting after some time, like bio will be there. So like on the same day, whether you are able to do it or not, whether you're getting exhausted, whether you're mentally ready for it or not, you will get that idea. So before the exam approaches, it is a very good idea to actually give 3 to 5 mock tests. If they are free, well and good. If you have to pay for it, please do it. Okay, and please appear for mock test. Minimum 3, and if you are appearing for 5, well and good. Next, you can buy crash course which is available online so that you get revision as well as practice. Now in crash course you get theoretical parts also, like only questions are not there, and you get the summary of the chapter, and you get everything in a tabulated form, so it is easy to memorize, it is easy to revise. And hence what we can do is, buying crash course will help you to do two things. You can actually study the summary of the chapter in a well maintained and disciplined manner using tables, pie charts, tree diagrams, and the other thing is you can get to solve questions as well. So if you are looking forward to buy crash course, you can actually do it. Go ahead and invest in a good crash course. I'm not again promoting anything, I'm not promoting anything here, but I'm telling you, recommending you from my side what I feel is correct. Watch online lectures to clear your doubts. Now, why lectures are important to watch? Because what happens is, you might be having some doubts when you are sitting to solve those questions. Of course, there will be certain questions which you are not getting, and even if you get the answer, you don't know how the answer has been arrived. So you need to see the methodology of that particular question. So what you can do is, you can watch online lectures on YouTube. Now, before we go towards the other slide, one last thing I want to say here, why I have given the name resources here and not books and courses. The reason is, when we are aiming for a certain goal, okay, when we want to reach somewhere, we actually find something which we can use as an investment. Because see, nothing is free nowadays. You need to invest something so that you get value out of it, and you are getting it, and you are gaining some profit out of it. So there are some investment which you have to make. Now this investment can be in the form of time, it can be in the form of money, it can be in the form of efforts, and in some cases all the three: time, money, efforts, all the three. So when we are talking about time, you are ready to invest that, you are ready to study. Next thing is, when you're talking about efforts, you are ready to work hard. And when you talk about money, see, I am not telling you that you go and take a coaching class of and invest lakhs in it. No, even if you are not going to any coaching center, still you can actually qualify CET exam. Okay, I have told this to many students. You need to make a small investment for that. Like for example, as I said, you need to buy target publication books or Arihant publication books. You need money for that. Next thing is, you need to buy mock test if you want a good practice, if you want to really go and get good marks in CET. You need to take a practice for it, because unless and until you are not accurately solving questions, you cannot think of qualifying CET exams. So you need to solve mock test for that. Next thing is, if you are investing in a good crash course, again you need some money for that. Okay, and lastly, if you are watching some lectures on YouTube, you have to invest in the data pack as well. So this is that small investment which which you are making in order to have a secure future and attain your goals, and hence the term resources I have used. The next important thing which comes here is methodology and studying techniques, and this is the part where taking action is required. Now, when I say taking action, what action you have to take? You need to identify your strong subjects as well as weak subjects. Now, why I'm telling strong subjects? Because what happens is, if you are able to identify the strong subjects, you can actually aim to get out of marks in that. Understood? You can actually have that particular goal, that yes, because I like chemistry, I can get out of marks in chemistry. Because I like bio, I can get out of marks in bio. Okay, so that is why you need to identify the strong subjects. And what about weak subjects? You need to identify the weak subjects as well, so that you can focus on those subjects more. Okay, because you cannot neglect any subject here. Next thing is, have a balance between physics, chemistry and maths, and physics, chemistry or bio, whatever the subject is. Okay, now why I'm telling you to maintain a balance here? See, because what happens, many students, they take the subjects according to their choice. Okay, for example, if I'm a student, I like bio, I will take PCB. If a certain student is there who likes maths, okay, who is having more interest in maths, so that particular student will take PCM. So what happens, if a certain student is taking PCM now, he will completely neglect chemistry and he will study physics and maths. This is not a good idea to do. And if other student likes bio, he will study bio and chemistry and he will completely neglect physics, saying that physics is very tough for me. Don't do this. Don't neglect any subject. Maintain a balance between physics, chemistry and the optional subject which you have taken, so that you get good marks. Okay, now start by solving 30 to 40 MCQs for each subject. As such, you have to solve nearly about 100 uh, nearly about, yeah, 100 MCQs per subject. For so that comes to 300 MCQs daily. Okay, 100 physics, 100 chemistry, 100 maths or bio. Okay, but initially when you start, it is not possible, I can understand. So you can start from 30 MCQs, maybe 25 to 30 first day. Second day you can take it to 32 or 34. Next day 35. Then after that 40. Like this, you can gradually increase your speed of solving the MCQs. But you have to do this. Okay, what you have to do, how you will do this, my dear students? You will be actually studying for 2 hours. Okay, and then the remaining 2 hours you have to study. You have to solve the MCQs of that subject. For example, in the first half of the day, like from morning till afternoon, uh, 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 hours you have invested in studying physics, chemistry and bio. The next 6 hours, like from evening up till night, okay, the next 6 hours, 2 you have to invest in solving MCQs. So likewise, each subject you have to study 4 hours. So 4 threes are 12. Like this, you will complete 12 hours of studies. Okay, and this you can gradually take up to 16 hours. Okay, because it is required. You have to do this. There is no option. Okay. Next is, as the questions will be application based, you need to practice a lot in order to get accuracy for each question. Though the syllabus is from Maharashtra state books, you need to develop that understanding that the question will be in twisted format. There will be application based questions, and the questions won't be that easy. Okay, so you need a lot of practice to solve those questions accurately. Okay. Next is, study each subject from HSC books first and target publication, then start solving MCQs and start solving questions. So, and this thing I've said before also, you need to study from HSC books first and then target and then questions. One thing I want to say here is, when I say HSC books, that means your textbooks, okay, and target publication, the summary will be there and the questions will be there. Sometimes it can happen that you are not in a mood to study, you are feeling very bored to study. It is okay, it happens with everyone. That time also you try to utilize the studying time in solving questions, because the moment you take questions in your hand, no, that boredom which you are having, that loss of interest which you are having, it will automatically go off. Okay, because the questions are so tough, you go in that particular level, you go and start thinking, and because you're solving questions, automatically you will gain interest. It's okay not to study, you can solve questions. Okay, last but not the least is the secret to qualify any exam is to test yourself regularly by solving questions. I have told this thousands of times that any exam you take, you take CET, you take NEET, you can take CAT, you can take NET, CSIR, any exam, you have to solve questions in order to get that accuracy in practice. Once you are solving questions, you gain that confidence, and you are able to qualify the exam very, very easily. So I hope this was clear, that how you have to study and what will be the studying technique. I have actually segregated the hours also and shown it to you, that how you can do it. Yeah. The next thing which comes is time management. Okay, now when I say time management, all of you know that it is very important that we manage our time properly. Like as it is written in the first point here, make a timetable for yourself using a Google Calendar, which you can use daily. Now you might be aware of this particular technique, time blocking method, where you are actually blocking the time and you are fixing certain hours for a certain task, and in those particular hours you are not doing any other work. That is time blocking method. How it is done, I can show it to you. If you are not knowing, you need to tell me that yes, I need to tell you that I need to explain. Okay, I will. You can tell me in the comment, and I will do it for you. Uh, you can create a to-do list daily for all the important activities which you want to do. Now those activities which are really, really, really important apart from studying, okay, or include only those activities in the to-do list. If you are making a to-do list, okay, and it is very good idea to make a to-do list daily, because so even if you're not a student, even if you are working, if you are a homemaker, anyone, each and every person should actually make a to-do list a day prior. That to-do list can be there in the person's mind, it can be there in the notebook, it can be there in the uh, planner, it can be there in their mobile, but a to-do list is must if you want to be motivated the entire day and be productive. Okay, next thing is include solving PYQs in your to-do list daily. Do not forget to solve PYQs, previous year's question papers. See, suppose as I said before, that you have to solve 100 questions for each subject. Okay, so for example, if you have solved 70 questions from target, okay, 70 questions maybe you have solved from target or Arihant or your crash course, the remaining 30 questions which are left of the subject, because as I said 100, no, the remaining 30 questions which are left should be from PYQ, that is the previous year's papers. So like this, you need to solve minimum 5 papers, minimum, I'm telling, minimum. Okay, it should be there in your like notebook, the solved question papers. So for example, I have studied halogen derivatives today, I'm talking about chemistry, and 70 questions I've solved from target as well as crash course. Remaining 30 questions I will be solving from PYQs, searching that particular chapter's question in PYQ and solving. Okay, or as such, if you are having good books, uh, in halogen derivatives chapter only, questions from past years, previous years paper will be there, so you can solve those directly. Okay, next, form a study group for yourself, which will be your accountability group. Now this is very, very important tip, which is actually underestimated. Now why accountability group is important? A group, a study group where 3 to 5 people are there, 3 to 5 students are there, and they are studying, and they are actually helping each other. It is not about only helping. What what are the wins of your day, what you have done, what you have completed today, you can report in that group. What other students have done today, have done on the same day, they will actually report it to you. It is like that. A group which is based on positive mindset and which is having the growth mentality, okay, which is having the thought process of growing in life, which is having the thought process to be positive in life, such a group is very important to achieve your goals. Okay, and that is why I always talk about having an accountability group where you are actually sharing your wins, where you are sharing your losses. Oh, I did this today, but I did not get the answer for it. Maybe if you know the answer, can you tell me or can you help me to solve it? Okay, so it is very important to have this particular group. Next is have an accountability partner for yourself if you don't have a group. Now, why this partner or group is important again? Because you are not having any group, okay, you can take a friend of yours and you can tell that particular person that you will be my accountability partner. The reason is when you know when you're doing such a thing, you are working, you are studying with like-minded people, people who are actually having similar goals like you. Okay, so because you're sailing in the same boat, no, you will help each other. That is my aim, to have an accountability group. So this particular partner will be accountable uh, for you as well as for himself. Okay, now because we are studying in coaching class or we are studying at home, like for example if we are studying, we are doing self study, we are not going to any coaching class, we are not having anyone to report to. If we are in school or in college, what we do is our teacher is asking us daily, oh, did you do the homework, did you study this? When we are studying CET or NEET at home, we are not having anyone who is actually there to ask us this question. So you need someone to be there, you know, who is actually there to help you out and with whom you can discuss these things. So that person will ask you how much you have studied today. You will ask that person how much you have studied today. So this will actually have a great impact on your studies, a positive impact. Try. You can try and let me know. Solving a question within 1 minute correctly requires a lot of practice. Ensure you do this practice daily. Now don't think the syllabus is from Maharashtra state books. The syllabus will be very easy, questions will be very easy. The questions will be easy if and only if you are practicing properly. Because in board exams, you are taking maybe 5 to 7 minutes to solve, maybe 10 minutes sometimes to solve a particular question. But this time span is not there in CET. You have to solve each and every question within 1 minute. So just imagine the level of practice you need to do this. Okay. Now, I hope that these things are clear in your mind. And as I always say, that you need to be positive and you need to follow smart strategies to work hard. I will end my presentation with this note only, that you develop that positive attitude, positive mindset, and follow these strategies which I have actually told you now and work hard to reach your goals. I hope you liked the presentation today and the tips which were given by me in this particular video. Do let me know what technique and which tip you liked the most and which tip you're going to follow by commenting below. And I will also link the other videos which are there on my channel, which will actually help you out in deciding your career and other things like, okay. And do let me know what is the other thing because of which you are struggling to study. I will try and make a video for on that topic too and help you out. So until next video, take care, goodbye, thank you.